Sambas, it's Gyepi, goodness. My bad, I mistook the screen. Gyepi, evening message Sambas, it's Gyepi. I'd apologize for being late. And for the goofy beginning as always. I'd apologize for being late, but I did run into some errands last minute. I had to cook and whatnot. So, we're finally here for a Gyepi spooky evening to continue the adventure from yesterday evening, Vampire's Melody it is. We just encountered the vampire that was actually sleeping in a log after we saw some thunderstorm that caught our attention. We wanted to hide inside the log, but we encountered her while checking out her heartbeat if she is alive because she was sleeping. We happened to touch her and then we ended up being teleported into future 300 years forwards. As she mentioned, we are now bound to her with a pact, and we are currently trying to understand how to live in the current era and how to get money. Why? Because we need to get food. It is a problem as of now to understand how to get blood for her because she's literally starving, and we managed to get some vouchers for lunch because we did decide to donate blood, which was supposed to make us get quite some income, but after making a blood check, they told us that we don't have enough blood, so we cannot do any blood donations. And they ended up gifting us some food vouchers that is not up to what our vampire friend does need, of course. So we are able to eat now, and she still cannot, but she was planning to, I guess, assault the hospital and steal all of the blood stored there. We're gonna see how it proceeds. Give me a moment. Chang chang. Okay, I had to fix my tracking thingy. The capturing device. Wait, it's still not goody. I see. Okay, here it does work properly, I guess. It seems like so. Give me a moment. Okay. Sorry about that. It does cause me some issues just yet because I don't have a proper phone stand. Oops. Okay, and I also wanted to welcome our new follower. Welcome System ZG. I hope I did read your username properly. So, we can proceed with the game now. We're going to proceed with the game. Also, this game does feature many endings, among which dead endings, and if I recall properly, it does have 7 different endings overall. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out for the proper capture thingy. Okay, check. If we do not begin in a wonky way, it is not your fox but an imposter, I guess. So, you know how to recognize me, I guess. If we do begin in a wonky way, it surely will be me. The little altruist me. But I want to be able to say it properly, really now. Okay, because it does get quite annoying when it does not capture my mouth to me personally, I hate it when it doesn't move when I do speak up, so maybe like this. I think it will work now. Okay, we're set. I really do apologize about that. So, let's proceed with our game. Also, please let me know in case I have to lower down the audio of the game or if I should bump it a bit, alright? Because some feedback is still needed on my side, sadly. I feel like it's a tad load for me. Please let me know if it does work well now for you. Okay. We went to hand the vouchers for the food, as I mentioned. Upon handing the vouchers to the man inside the kiosk, he retrieves 2 loaves of bread, wrapped in wax paper from a shelf, and 2 colorless bottles with the words "Pure Drinking Water" from a box below the counter before handing them over to me. Thank you very much. I hold the received items in my arms. The bread's aroma feels nostalgic because it reminds me of that time I used to harvest wheat in autumn. I can't resist any longer, so I immediately wolfed down both loaves of bread before downing an entire bottle of water on the way back. Ooh, cool! The loaves of bread aren't big, but they serve their intended purpose. And the taste is so-so. I consider them passable and even better at filling a person's stomach. Now that I have solved my hunger problem, my mood is considerably better. I'm even humming a tune about my hometown. That is a wonderful path in the mountains, yeah. Just when I'm about to return to the room where Yella is resting, Yella is the vampire girl, our mistress it is, I notice a nurse is pushing a trolley filled with blood bags along the corridor. I should take a look too. I pretend to go in the same direction as the nurse as I follow her slowly. The nurse stops before a door at the end of the corridor. Then she takes out a bunch of keys in her possession, selects a key, and uses that item on a keyhole at the door to open it. Finally, she pushes the trolley inside. Seems this is the place. Although I have no idea how Yella is going to get her hands on a blood pack. Information about this place is very important, and I have more or less helped her to check on things. I should hurry back to plan on our next step. Ring-a-ling! I hum a little tune and return to the room. Are you mimicking a pig? Oh goodness. Yella is already up from her chair. Seems she's rested enough. This little ditty from my hometown. We would always sing whenever we prepare any food. The main character is a cooking chef, by the way. You sing really horribly. How come you only have 1 bottle of water? They didn't give you the bread? I have eaten them. This bottle is for you. A vampire might not be able to eat our food, but drinking water should be no problem. You're getting more useful, incompetent servant. She danced the entire bottle after receiving it. I guess she's also parched for a long time and has been relying on her saliva to keep going. By the way, I almost forgot, I also went to see where they store their blood packs, and I saw them bring it to that room at the end of the corridor. Well done. Yella smiles slightly. Her fangs are glinting in such a way it could give anyone the creeps. What do you plan to do? Why, of course I plan to help myself to a few in there, remember? How are you going to do it then? I saw that room was locked, and the nurse had the key. Yella shuts her eyes in deep thought, and a long strand of hair gently hangs down that unnaturally white cheek. I'll just have to down a nurse to get the key for now. She's such a pretty girl, what a shame she said something monstrous the moment she opened her mouth. She's quite likely to hurt a fellow human if she really goes ahead with her plan. Should I help or stop her when that time comes? I guess it's gonna be the choice time? No? But if we can't get any blood here, her hunger could compel her to suck an innocent person's blood. It might even lead to more unforeseen problems for us. Perhaps she'd rather starve to death. If that happens, I will also turn into a heap of bones instantly. We're really in a difficult spot. I have been staring at her face while wild thoughts are racing in my head, waiting for her to say something. Finally, she opens her eyes and meets my gaze. The mood between us feels a little awkward. Oh, have you decided on it?
顔色が悪いわよ。まだお腹が空いてるの？
Why do you look so pale? You still haven't eaten enough? No, I'm just worried.
安心なさい。看護師一人じゃ相手にならないわ。5秒で肩がつく。
Don't worry, a single junior nurse isn't much for me. I can settle it in 5 seconds. Is that so? Will she die?
しないわよ。私は悪魔じゃない。ヴァンパイアよ。
No, I'm a vampire, not a monster. Isn't a vampire a kind of monster? What if we're caught in the act? There are people wandering around the corridors outside.
もちろん今はダメ。人が減るのを見計らって行動するの。一旦外に出て様子を見ましょう。
We're certainly not going to act now. We need to wait a bit later. There will be fewer people by then. Let's go outside and scope out the place first. Alright. What about the cameras too? Since I'm her partner in crime, I have no choice but to follow her instructions at this point.
見て、ここの営業時間は朝10時から夜8時までだそうよ。
Look, this notice says their opening hours are from 10 in the morning to 8 at night. You have points to assign at the foyer.
つまり、遅くとも9時には誰もいなくなっているはずね。
That means this place shouldn't have anyone around latest by 9 o'clock. But the nurses will also knock off work by then.
全員帰るわけないわ。泥棒に備えて残る人がいるはず。
Not all of them will leave. A few may stay behind to deter burglars. And the vampire.
とにかく暗くなるまで待つわよ。
Anyway, let's wait until dark. I really like this background music. It's kinda spook. Alright. So we hang around the waiting area in the foyer until the night sky envelops the city outside. It is 7:50 p.m. now. The blood bank will close in 10 minutes time, and we have stopped attending to any new inquiries. Let's leave the premises immediately. Suddenly a clear voice booms out from all directions in the foyer, giving me a fright. And two men in black uniforms with batons begin to drive away the people around the lobby. They must be the blood bank security guards. Go, go! We're closing! The people sitting or lying around in the foyer get up obediently and leave the blood bank one after another.
ここにはいられないわね。
I guess we can stay here. Let's find a place to hide. Option 1, hide in the restroom. Option 2, find any room to hide. Ooh. I do wonder. I'm gonna pick the any room option. There are so many rooms around here. We should find an empty one and hide inside.
そうね。行きましょう。
Right, let's go. We'll cross the foyer, find an unlocked door, open it, and hide inside. The room is bereft of anything save for a table at the center and a few bookshelves at the side.
このテーブル悪くないわね。
This table looks nice. Are you willing to steal the table now? It will take a carpenter with at least 5 years' experience to make such a table. I nod in agreement.
こんなにツルツルに磨かれて光を反射してるみたい。
This thing was sanded until it looks so smooth and shiny. Yao studies the table and seems rather pleased with it.
私もあんたの町の大工さんにテーブルと椅子のセットを注文していたのよ。呪いが終わった時に受け取る予定でね。それがまさか二度と受け取れなくなるとはね。
I had even ordered a set of table and chairs from the carpenters in your town, and planned to collect them when the course ended. Who would have guessed that I can't get them anymore? She sounds disappointed. Missy, you sure do know how to enjoy life?
そうだ。後でこのテーブルも運び出しましょう。
How about this? Let's carry this table out afterwards. No, no, no. I told you to say us. I'm sure I will be the only person doing all that hard work by
そ
myself.
れはそうよ。あんたはしもべだもの。
Why, of course.
レ
Oops.
ディにテーブル
I'd
を持たせ
apologize,
るん
miss.
ね。
Can I speak up now? Thank you. Why, of course, aren't you my servant? It goes without saying that you should carry a table for this lady here, right? Yikes. What? A lady who has become a down-and-out vampire? No thanks.
本当に役に立たないしもべね。
What a useless troll. Someone's here. While we are arguing with each other, footsteps ring out from outside and they are coming closer. What should we do? I look around the room. It seems we have nowhere to hide at all. We'll definitely be seen if whoever is outside decides to open this door. There. Yella points to the curtains extending to the floor behind us, and I nod in response. We move quietly and hide behind the curtains. She's so close. I'm gonna screenshot all of the stages here in game. As I mentioned yesterday, I really love the artwork in this game. It's super clean and also very pretty. I really like her design. Her shoes are also super cute. We move quietly and hide behind the curtains. Since the amount of space is so limited, I have no choice but to press my hands against the wall and squeeze Yella between both arms. Cinnamon buns, I just realized that something important is missing. Will you give me less than a minute, pretty please? I'm gonna be right back, right away. Just inputting a certain setting that I did forget. Due to having to run errands today, I did not organize that well, it seems. Sorry about that. I'm setting it up right away. There we go. There we go. More atmospheric it is. Since for this Spooktober I'm a Halloween as well. I can't even speak. For this Spooktober I'm a vampire as well. Delete that from your mind. I cannot speak even. Brain so overheated. I also have to press myself as close to Yella as possible to avoid forming any bulges in the curtains that may give us away. Yella blushes and lowers her head. Maybe I'm too close to her? Okay. Sorry. Shh, quiet. Now the footsteps have stopped outside. In place of it, two people are talking with the occasional boisterous laughter in between. It sounds as if they're chatting from somewhere near the door. Since we are uncertain what is going on outside, we have no choice but to stay still in our awkward positions. We are so close together that I can spot a dark-colored mole on Yella's neck. Easily. That black dot is very obvious on her pure white skin. Looks like vampires don't have perfect complexions either. Whoa. But moles are normal. As I lapse into a daydream, while looking at that mole, I suddenly feel something jabbing at my chest. Upon returning to my senses, I realize Yella is glaring harshly at me as if she intends to use that pair of purple eyes to poke my eyes blind. Yikes! I know I'm in the wrong, so I look away quietly. Click. Someone has opened the door. Ooh-ah. The footsteps gradually come closer. I quickly hold my breath. It stops somewhere nearby. A gruff man's voice arises next. This fella didn't close the window. I had enough of him. Oh no. It sounds like a security guard's voice. I show it to him tomorrow. Another guard a little further away is talking to him. Sheesh, if someone breaks in, we might be the ones in trouble. Those people spend so many years in university. I wonder what kind of stuff and nonsense do they learn at all? Maybe all the smart Alex figured the law would automatically punish the bad guys. Really, what a bunch of naive kids. One of them continues to come closer. After they finish talking, my heart is racing from the sound of his shoes hitting the floor surface. The guard comes over to the window. I can even see the side of his face through the edge of the curtains. Mother of light, please protect me. Please don't turn in this direction. Please don't look here. The guard turns to pull the curtains after he's closed the window and our eyes meet. Oh no! Wah! Wah! We're regarding each other with astonishment written on our faces and crying out in surprise at around the same time. What should I do? Surrender? Kneel down and beg for mercy? While my mind is blank, the air around me suddenly seems to be tearing itself apart. And that first gust of wind prompts me to shut my eyes instinctively. Ah! Who's there? Oh. I can hear a set of chaotic noises, the guards' cries, and toppling objects before the room becomes quiet again in just a few seconds. This. Open my eyes, draw back the curtains, and I'm greeted by an unexpected sight. Two security guards are lying motionless on the floor. Yella is standing next to the guard further away, licking her blood-stained lips. Her eyes resemble a hungry wolf. Oh no, this is not going well. It's me, we're on the same side. My human instincts kick in, and I become fearful when I see another fellow humankind end up as her prey, especially when our eyes meet. I'm also worried that she might succumb to her inherent nature and kill me along with those guards, so I hurriedly raise my hands. She usually does get quite offended and annoyed when we doubt her, because she did promise us she won't harm us in any way and will not suck our blood in any case, even if she's starving quite a lot. Are you raising your hands? I'm not blind, you know. You are really a vampire. I'm a bit relieved when she recognized me, but that still can't stop my tongue from trembling. Isn't that obvious? Yella glances at me before turning to look at the guard lying on the floor. I stammer and point at the two security guards. They are so huge, a single guard can easily defeat 5 people like me, let alone 2 of them. Are you performing in a talent show or something? No, are they dead? Yella actually could kill them in the blink of an eye. Oops. Didn't mean to skip through that. Huh? You experienced it earlier at daytime. A human will still be up and about if you draw a packet of blood. And I only helped myself to half a packet from them. I see. Okay. Upon hearing her answer, I feel slightly relieved. Please don't stand around like an idiot. Hurry up and search them. Search them? Ah, at once. My legs were a bit weak just now. What a coward, useless guy. These are instincts. Even a pig will feel fearful on seeing one of its kind being killed. I told you they're not dead. They will wake up after a while, so if you don't hurry up, I might have to kill them for real. Yes, right away. I kneel beside the nearest security guard and search through his pockets. This guy... Oh! This guy's blood are rather sweet. I would have loved to suck a little more if we aren't pressed for time. Yell seems to be thinking wistfully. This is a wallet. I retrieve a small black purse from the guard's shirt pocket. It is well made of leather, containing several paper notes and cards. People of this age are really discerning. I struck the wallet to feel its design before keeping it inside my trouser pocket. By the way, these fellows may even have the key. Search them. Yes? I found a bunch of keys from the guard's leather belt in no time. Every key looks rather similar and it might take quite a while to try all of them. Alright, let's go. I waved a bunch of keys at Yella. Well done, let's go get my food. Yella strides excitedly and I follow her with the keys. Right, it's this place. We arrive in front of the door that I passed earlier and it has a sign. What does it say? Blood depository. Looks like we've come to the right place. Even if they don't indicate it, I know this is the place. I can smell that aroma from here. You have a keen sense of smell. Cut the chatter and open the door quickly. How long do you intend to keep this lady waiting? Those things don't have legs, won't run off by themselves anyway. What's the rush? I take out the bunch of keys and attempt to open the door with a key. The lock mechanisms in this era are more or less similar to those types I have seen in the past. Although I can insert every key into the keyhole, only one along the door. How many keys have you tried by now? How come you still can't unlock it? How should I know? The lock and key are complementary. You can't expect anyone to simply insert a key at random and unlock it. You jinx, that means we might only unlock the door with the last key. The guard might not even have the key to this place, who knows? I grumble to myself as I try every key. Maybe we've been so unlucky because of you. Click. Phew, that's good. It's only unlocked. Yella's words were true and I could only unlock the door with the last key, but at least we did it. We open the door and go in, even though the lights in the room are off. The cupboards full of blood packs are glowing. This heaven indeed! Yella's two eyes are sparkling and her voice sounds irrational. A monster would also like to be in heaven? I would have thought this place is rather alarming, if not for her uninhibited laughter to restore the mood. After all, I'm seeing pockets of human blood everywhere. Quick, grab all of them for me! How am I supposed to do that? How could I possibly grab everything in here? I need to find something to contain them first. I rely on the dim red illumination to look around the place and find a cloth bag with straps hanging on the wall. This is the only thing we can use to pack them, and it can only hold around a dozen at most. I take the backpack and indicate the size to Yella. I'll choose, you'll pack them. Dissatisfied, Yella opens a cupboard, grabs a blood bag, throws it at me, and I catch the packet before placing it inside my knapsack. This one is sweet. This one is sour. She's drinking from those packs while I'm packing them. They're creating such a mess, I really do wonder about the security cameras, if they're in there or not. The advancements in this era aren't always a bad thing, right? It means I can simply drink my fill and don't need to go to all the trouble of attacking people. You have done well, servant. How dare you say that you don't attack people anyway? Since I have done well, how come I'm still a servant? I can get a promotion? Of course not. Yella tosses another packet and I first inside my knapsack. After a lot of effort, the backpack is crammed full of blood bags and I won't be able to put anything else inside. Stop peeking, it's full. What? Didn't you say it could hold a dozen packs? You have given me more than 20 of them. Well, Yella is deep in thought as she looks at the dazzling collection of blood packs with a rich variety of flavors around the place. We should hurry out of here, otherwise more guards may come. Alright, she says like a king who is close to his death and regrets his inability to bring all of his palace's treasures with him into his mausoleum. Okay, let's go. I strap the knapsack on my back. Since it is filled with too many blood packs, it can't fit my back, and the jerky motions are making it uncomfortable for me to move around. Shh, quiet. Yella suddenly turns to look at the door, fully alert. I quickly shut up and listen attentively. Indeed, I can hear footsteps echoing softly at the corridor outside. Someone is approaching the depository cautiously. It's very close. Yella crouches in preparation to attack. Strike first! Yella dashes like a gust of wind when a figure comes into sight at the doorway. Halt! Perhaps the security guard already knew about his attacked co-workers. He's fully prepared for battle this time. Bang, bang! Oh no! He decisively fires two shots in Yella's direction. The noises are so loud, my shoulders are also shaking a couple of times. Yella! However, Yella's figure streaks across midair and dodges the guard's bullets easily. Monster! Yella is biting the guard's neck before he can shoot again. but his gunfire have hit the blood bags inside the glass cabinet, spilling blood everywhere. And the guard is down in no time.
行くわよ。
Let's go, quickly! Yao turns around to wave at me while licking her lips. Yes. I quickly follow her out of the blood depository with the backpack strapped around my shoulders. We aren't leaving through the front door because we want to avoid any pursuit by the security guards. We find a window at one side and climb out instead. We did complete chapter 2. After we leave the blood bank, I follow Yella to the main road with the knapsack on my back as it sways from side to side. The streets at night are considerably more deserted compared to daytime. Yella is swinging her arms freely. Busy on her jaunty gait accompanying those upper body movements, she seems to be in a very good mood. We almost lost our lives tonight. To think you can even hum a tune. Yella becomes quiet immediately, then she turns around a full 180 degrees to stare straight at me. I'm warning you, don't kick me. If all these blood bags drop to the ground by accident, you will have nothing to drink.
興ざめだわ。そもそもどうして死にかけたのか考えてみなさいよ。
What a spoiled sport. You should reflect on why it was only almost lost our lives. Yella is looking at me with contempt. Isn't that because I wanted to get all this for you? Otherwise I would be quite happy with the free bread that the nurse gave to me.
この恩知らず。あの看護師が24時間あんたを守ってくれるわけ？あんたのその酸っぱい体臭に耐えながらね。
What a blind fellow! Do you think that nurse could look after your safety for 24 hours? And put up with your body odor for 24 hours at the same time? I have body odor? I lift my arm to sniff at it. You despicable vampire! I'm gagging at the smell.
はあ？主人のせいにする気？愚木にはしつけが足りないみたいね。
Huh? You dare to blame your master? This incompetent troll has learned to step out of line? Before she finishes, I can tell that a heavy punch is being directed straight at my chest, carrying the wind with it. Wait, if you beat me to death, you will have no one to carry all these blood bags for you, so just receive the wind blowing at me. His fist stopped in front of my chest. Thank you for your mercy, Missy.
あんたとやり合うのは面倒だわ。
I can't be bothered to argue with you. Now that you mention it, how I wish I could take a bath.
奇遇ね。私もよ。
It's rare, but I like to do that too. At present, a few cars with flashing red and blue lights are screaming loudly as they pass us. What is written on them? I never saw this type of cars before. They have special colors and several big letters written on the side.
警察じゃないかしら？
Seems to be the police. Are they coming for us? Yao turns her head sideways and looks nonchalantly at the cars speeding past. They seem to be heading towards the blood bank.
どうして？
What about it? Are they going to arrest us?
怖いの？
You're afraid now? I am. Didn't I tell her the reason?
意気地なし。
Coward. Is that so? It's natural. I'm a law-abiding citizen and have never tangled with the police until tonight.
情けないわね。少しはご主人様に学びなさい。
You're so pathetic. Remember, you have your master. Learn from her. I'm not an invincible vampire. Yella scolds and elbows me in response. Maybe we should find a place to rest and hide for a while. We may draw too much attention if we wander aimlessly along the streets.
バカね。さっきから探してるのがわからないの？
Fool, can't you see I'm searching for one at the moment? I see you're searching.
300年前は多くの都市に旅人や商人が宿泊するための施設があったわ。今も同じはず。
300 years ago, many cities would have inns for travelers and merchant caravans to rest. It should be the same now. I never stayed in any of those before. I would need money to stay there.
お金ならあるでしょ？警備員からいただいたじゃない。
Don't you have it? You pinched them from the guard. You're right. I retrieved the wallet from my pocket and counted money inside. 10, 20, 30,
90。
90. Yella gives an answer while I'm counting each note. That's fast, you're clever
ど
too.
ういうこと？私があんたと同列だって言いたいの？
What do you mean? You think I'm at the same standard as you? Yes, I thought you're only stronger and faster than me.
もういいわ。これだけあれば泊まれるでしょ。
Shh, never mind. Let's hope this amount of money is enough for us to stay in a hotel. Yella wanted to say something, but she talked about our immediate problem after all.
あの看板、宿泊施設じゃないかしら。
That place with the lit signboard looks like a hotel. Ah, let's hurry there. We can finally bath. We entered that hotel, Yella pointed out. The entire lobby only has 2 chairs and a very small reception counter. A middle-aged man is seated behind the counter, indifferent to our presence. He's preoccupied with a colorful book containing many pictures of beautiful women in his hands. This man should be the hotel's manager. Hello, may I know how much is a room for one night? 150 for a king room, 100 for a twin room, and 80 for a single room. The manager answers without looking up. Do they have a place where I can bath? King rooms and twin rooms have their own bathrooms, single rooms don't have those. What should we do? We can bath. It's so expensive, we only have enough money to stay in a single room at most. I have no choice but to look at Yella to ask for her opinion. She pinches me.
ツインルームにしておきなさい。たった10元足りないだけだもの。2日もあれば返せるわ。
Ask for a twin room. Since we are only short of $10, we can repay him in a couple of days. On hearing our discussion, the manager lifts his head to look in my direction. He seems puzzled when he notices Yella is behind me. Well, are you done with your discussion? Yes. Which one would you like? We like a twin room. Okay, let me see your IDs first. ID? Tch, country bunking. He clicks his tongue impatiently. Driving license, social security card, passport, any of those will do. He's simply spouting nonsensical things like an elderly barber. I can't understand him at all. ID, driving license, security card, social security card. What are those? Ella shakes her head. She doesn't know either. Anyway, you need them, right? The manager can be bothered to say anything. He just nods quietly. Option 1, we forgot to bring. Option 2, where to obtain them. Let's try with the second one. Sorry, could you tell me where to obtain them, please? The manager raises his head to look at me and yell all over before he snorts softly. Take this. He retrieves a stack of papers from the counter. They set a small solid card from the pile and toss it in my direction. I quickly step forward to catch it. Get out now that you have it. I'll call the police at once if you don't have an ID the next time around. Huh? Oh, I stuffed the card inside my pocket. How come a person can be arrested for staying in a hotel without an ID? I decided against asking the manager that question, so I turned to Yella instead. We lack something and can't stay here.
知ってるわ。ちゃんと耳がついてるんだから。
I know, I have a good pair of ears, you know. In that case, we should go. We have no choice but to leave the hotel, sadly. Now we're wandering on the deserted streets once again. I take out the card that manager gave me from my pocket.
これは何？
What is this? Yella leans over to study the card with me. The item has the words name card printed on it. What is written on it?
各種証明書代行取得0745-34125
For various ID matters, call 0745 34125. Yella reads out the words on the card. She should know what to do with it since she's the clever type. As a result,
この数字はどういう意味？
what do these numbers mean? If even you can figure it out, I have no idea either.
肝心な時に限って本当に役に立たないんだから。
Talk about an instance where somebody is totally useless at the most crucial moment. Yella steps back as if she's lost interest, turning all of her attention away from the name card. What should we do now? Where shall we go?
脳みそがあるなら自分で考えたら？
You have your brains, can't you use it to think for yourself? Missy, I'm your child, remember? Isn't the servant supposed to listen to a master's bidding? Yella heaves a deep sigh.
身分証っていうのがそんなに大事なものなら他の宿に行っても同じことでしょ。とにかく休める場所を探しましょう。街はまだ明るいわ。 一晩中営業している店もあるはず。
Since we know an ID is very important, we can't possibly stay at another hotel, even if we try. Nevertheless, let's find a place to rest. Given that the city is so bright, some establishments should be open all night. Understood, you are really clever.
どうやってその年まで育ったのよ。
I can't understand what you've been learning all these years. We walked single file and head along the street towards a set of lights in the distance. After wandering aimlessly, we stop at 24-hour restaurant offering pasta all day. Tourists inside. Pasta!
トマトパスタを一つ、フィッシュフライを一つ、パイナップルピザを一つですね。ご注文は以上でよろしいでしょうか。
You have ordered pasta in tomato sauce, crispy fried fish, and a pineapple pizza. Is there anything else? Pineapple pizza? No! It caused me so many digestive issues. Like, I did try it, I was motivated to try it. I'm an open-minded foxy and I do like trying out new dishes and whatnot and different dishes. But once I tried that out, I got digestive issues. My tummy did hurt so much. Goodness. Do you serve any drinks here? Do you have ⴰⴏ juice?
申し訳ございませんが、そのようなメニューはございません。
No, I'm terribly sorry, we don't have that thing you mentioned. Huh? It can be. Don't people drink this in the past? They could relieve fatigue. People around my town loved to bring a flask of ⴰⴏ juice with them to relieve their weariness whenever they did anything physically demanding.
お疲れなのでしたら、ブラックコーヒーはいかがでしょうか。
You can order a cup of black coffee if you'd like to have something to relieve your fatigue. Coffee? I look at the listed price for coffee on the menu. It is simply daylight robbery. Never mind, I'd like to have a glass of water.
かしこまりました。では、全部で22元でございます。現金になさいますか？それともカードでお支払いでしょうか？
Alright, that will be $22 altogether. Are you paying by cash or credit card? She must be expecting me to pay in advance. The restaurants in this era are so calculating. Can they allow patrons to finish their meal before settling their bill? I take out the wallet and hand her 3 notes with the number 10 printed on them.
お預かりいたします。少々お待ちくださいませ。
Alright, please wait. The waitress turns around to leave, but Yela quickly stops her.
ちょっと待って。
Hold on a minute.
いかがいたしましたか？
You'd like to ask about something?
この名刺に書かれている番号は何かしら？
What do the numbers on this card mean? Yela covers the other words on the card before showing the waitress that set of numbers.
この辺りの電話番号みたいですね。
It is a phone number in this area. The waitress leans closer to look at the card and gives her answer.
外の電話ボックスからでもかけられますよ。
You can use a telephone outside to call this number.
電話番号って何？
Phone number, what is that? Yela raises my question for me. Well, the waitress frowns in disapproval as she automatically sets Yela up. That look resembles a washerwoman from a city regarding a milkmaid from the countryside. Ah! Suddenly she seems to have come to a realization and claps her
な
hands.
るほど。自然主義の宗派の方でしたか。
I see, you two must be followers of that sect devoted to nature. What does that mean?
成人したら外の世界を見て宗派を抜けるかとどまるか決めるんですよね。
Their members would always go out to see the world when they reach adulthood before deciding on whether to stay or return to their sect. Am I right?
私たちは
Yes, we are. I quickly speak for Yella while the waitress is still excited. Since we can't afford to let others see through us at this juncture, I quickly give Yella a wink.
なんて言うんでしたっけ？そうだ、ウォーカー人だわ。
What are they called? That's right, walkers. Are you one of them? Yes, so please tell us about the phone number and how to use that thing.
すごく簡単よ。この数字の通りに電話の数字ボタンを順番に押せば話したい相手とつながるわ。
It's very easy, you just need to press each button with the corresponding number on the set of numbers one time. Your call will go through and reach the person you're looking for. Looking at the waitress while she answers our questions, I can tell that she really enjoys helping others. Really? That means we can reach someone far away.
できますよ。すごいでしょう。
Yes, you can. It's cool, right? If we use that thing called a telephone or whatever, can we reach someone from the old continent?
旧大陸。ああ、海の向こうのことね。
Oh,
私が生まれる前からできるわよ。
old continent. Ah, you mean the other side of the ocean? Yes, that could be done before I was even born. Thank you, we really appreciate it.
ごゆっくりどうぞ。
Enjoy your meal. The waiter smiles and nods at us before leaving.
ウォーカー人のレイランは涼しい顔で嘘をつくのね。
Walker Island, you could lie so blatantly without letting your heart skip a beat. Shh, can't you see I did that for both of us?
そうね。でも私に嘘はつかないで。もしそんなことをしたら。
Fine, as long as you don't lie to me. If you dare. She looks around before taking the opportunity to bare her fangs when no one is paying any attention to us. I wonder, don't frighten me. That telephone sounds really amazing too. I laugh nervously and quickly change the subject.
あんなに驚いたりして、ここには見たことのないものなんてたくさんあるのから、早く慣れた方がいいわ。
You're getting too excited. Just how many things have you not seen before? You should get acquainted with them as soon as possible. That seems to be a satisfactory answer for her. She moves on to the next topic without pursuing the matter
長
further.
い間生きてきたけど、たかが300年で科学技術がこんなに進歩するとは思わなかったわ。車にしても、銃にしても、電話っていうものもね。
I may have lived for a long time, but I didn't expect science and technology to advance to this extent within such a short span of 300 years. What are the cars, guns, or these thing called telephones? Yes, and who would have guessed that a primitive man and a vampire from 300 years ago has entered a world 3 centuries later to commit all sorts of crimes?
そうじゃないでしょ。
Damn right! Yas chuckled softly. I wonder if there are any changes in the way they prepare their food in this era. I wish Mr. Cook is still
すご
around.
く大切な人なのね。いつも彼のことばっかり。
You always mention him, he must be very important to you. Yes, he's like my father to me. I regard him as my own father because I don't know who are my natural parents. Right. She turns her head to look out the window before
運
muttering.
命は人それぞれね。
Everyone will have their own destiny. After a short period of silence, both of us are looking out the window at the street outside. They're still preparing our meals. Let's try the telephone. I wonder if Yella is gonna recount us something about her whereabouts, her past, where she is actually from.
いい考えね。行きま
Yes,
しょう。
good idea. Oops, sorry, Yella. Yes, good idea. Let's go. I do apologize. Thus we entered the phone booth that the waitress pointed to us earlier. The small booth has an unusual looking machine hanging at one side with many numbered buttons on its
この
exterior.
ボタンで番号を押せばいいのね。
We should call through these numbers. Yella points at the card in my hands. I nod and move aside to allow her to operate the device. It goes like this.
いいの？
Oops. Sorry once again. Yella looks through the numbers on the card and presses each button on the machine once, producing a metallic ringing noise each
それ
time.
からどうするの？
What's next? The phone is quiet again. When she's done pressing every number, we look at each other and wait for quite a while, but we can't hear anyone speaking from the other side.
どういうこと？
What happened? Did you make a mistake
あ
somewhere?
んたがやって。
Do it if you're better at it. Yella checks the card at my chest and moves aside in response. I study the telephone closely. It has something black next to the buttons. Maybe that is important. What's this? Seems it can be retrieved. I take the black object. This thing has 2 heads and tiny holes on top. Maybe this is the crucial thing to speak across long
余
distances.
計なこと言ってないで。早くやりなさいよ。
Cut the chatter. Try it, quick! I place one head against my ear, and the other head happens to reach my mouth. Hello, hello, hello there! But I still can't hear anything from the other
なん
side.
なのよ、もう。
What sort of lousy toy is this? Yella is getting impatient and begins to press the buttons at random. However, the phone still isn't responding. Is the thing out of order?
まったく便利なものかと思ったのに面倒なだけじゃない。
Ugh, I thought it would be a convenient thing, yet it has proved to be troublesome instead. How about we try asking that waitress one more time? Yella's eyes pop wide open upon hearing my
随
suggestion.
分知恵をつけたじゃない。
Have you learned to be smart? Thanks to you.
よく言ったわ。
We're praising her just like that. Well said, let's go. Yella opens the phone booth's glass door and steps out without saying anything else. I place the black object back on the device and follow her back into the restaurant. Anyway, that was what happened.
初めてだとよくわからないわよね。一度教えてあげるわ。
You'd probably run into problems on your first try. Just this once, I'll come along and teach you. Wow, thank you very much. The waitress agrees to help us make a phone call after we describe what happened. And we bring her to the phone booth.
まずはここにコインを入れるの。
First, insert a coin here. A coin. I search through the wallet to find a coin at one corner inside the compartment. Will this do?
それでいいわ。
Yes, go ahead. Insert the coin into the opening, producing a clinking sound.
じゃあ、受話器を持ち上げて。
Next, take the receiver. So this black thing is called the
そ
receiver.
れから順番に番号を押すの。
And then press the numbers once. Alright. Yella checks the number on the card and press each button
で
carefully.
きたわ。
Done. Oh, it's working.
よかったわ。それじゃあ、通話の邪魔になるから、またね。
It does bother me a bit actually to the eyes that the waitress sprite, model, or whatever you might have to call it, is blurred. I was thinking it was me, but no, she is blurred indeed. That's good, I won't disturb your conversation then.
あ
Goodbye.
りがとうございます。
Thank you very much. The waitress nods and returns to the restaurant. The receiver produces a series of beeping noises, followed by a man's voice from the earpiece before long. Hello, ⴰᴇᴅᴜᴜ company. Hello? Yes? I heard you could help with ID matters. Yes. That's great. How do I go
なん
about
で
it?
言ってるの？私にも聞かせて。
What are you saying? Let me hear it.
聞かせなさいってば。
Let me hear it. Don't butt in. I have no choice but to place the receiver in a position where both of us can hear the voice over the earpiece. Sorry, please continue. We only work on driving licenses for now. We can do passports and social security cards for the time being. Then would like to have driving licenses for 2 people. Fine, that will be 500 for each person. 500? That will be 1,000 for 2 people. Those paper notes are worth so little? We'll need 1,000. I look at Yella and whisper the amount to her. After moving the receiver away, she furrows her eyebrows. Isn't that a bit expensive? Could you give a slightly lower price? Hi buddy, we can make it any lower. Lately, the border has been very harsh in their clampdown on illegal immigrants. We're taking a risk by running this kind of business, a saucy business it is. We're not illegal immigrants. What are illegal immigrants? I don't care about that, I'm only interested in money. Pay me and we're good. Yella quickly shakes her head. We'll think about it and call you again. Sweet yourself, I hang up the phone and shrug. It's simply daylight robbery.
いつの時代もお金がないと何もできないってことね。私の地下室を荒らしたやつら、捕まえたら火あぶりにしてやるんだから。
Never mind, it's hard to do anything without money in a new era. If I ever catch those bastards who plundered my vault, I'll roast all of them alive. Because she actually did have a house that managed to last 300 years. It was quite ruined but still in peace. And she did have stocked some of the precious possessions under the floor, but she got robbed. That was to be expected too, if it was not like extra hidden in some saucy way, given 300 years passed. She could have checked it too, I guess. About what could she do? I get her they have all died a long time ago.
イライラするわ。
It's so infuriating. Yella sighs and steps out of the phone booth, leaving me all alone to stare at the back of a down and out vampire girl as she returns to the restaurant.
どうぞ。以上でお揃いですね。
Here, your meal is ready. I already forgot we had to eat. Goodness, so much happened so far. Our dishes arrive shortly after we return to our seats in the
ご
restaurant.
ゆっくり食事をお楽しみください。
Enjoy your meal. Thank you. The waitress nods and departs. I sniffed the aromatic fried fish. It smells so wonderful after being cooked in fragrant, sizzling hot oil. In addition, the meat looks so shiny. I can tell it will be very tender and delicious. In addition, the red tomato sauce, parsley leaves, and golden-colored pasta strands complement each other well, enhancing the flavor in the pasta's sweet and sour taste. Still, I ordered the pineapple pizza because I was feeling curious. Same as me back then. I regret it so much. I didn't expect to see a pizza with pineapples on top. What is the thing? Is it used to put an actual pizza to shame? How should I put it? Things have really improved a lot since my time. At least they look good. Would you like to try some?
結構よ。これだけ頼めばもう飢え死にはしないでしょうね。
No, you have no self-control by ordering so much. Yana narrows her eyes. Even so, I'm a chef. I want to learn about the cuisines in the Sierra.
いいわ。ゆっくり食べなさい。
Fine, eat your food slowly. I'm going to help myself then. I begin to eat in huge mouthfuls. I'm finally having a proper meal for the first time over these 2 days. And I can't help shedding tears over it.
食べる時も泣くの？ほんと弱虫なんだから。
You'd even cry when you eat? You are so weak.
黙って。口に物を入れながら喋らないでよ。
Shut up, don't talk with your mouth full. Yella rests her chin on one hand and looks out the window. I wonder what she's thinking. I bring a slice of pizza into my mouth, shifting my gaze away from Yella. It just so happens that a black box hanging on the wall at one side of the restaurant has a picture of a person that can move and even speak. The TV. It is so surprising that I nearly choke on my pizza slice. I quickly drink a mouthful of water to calm
何
down.
焦ってるのよ。誰もあんたの取ったりしないでしょ。
Why are you in such a hurry? Nobody is competing with you for this. No, do you know how that thing can possibly contain a person inside? I point to the black box.
知らないわよ。どうせこの時代のものでしょ。他には誰も反応してないし、大騒ぎするだけ無駄。
No idea. Anyway, it must be something in this era. Everyone is used to it. You don't have to get so excited over it. Yola just gives that thing a passing glance before she returns to look out the window. Right. I have to get used to it. I decide to look a little longer and get used to it. The person in that box seems to be talking about us right now.
なんですって？
What? Yola appears a bit shocked at hearing my remark. She returns to look at the black box. This evening at around 8:15 p.m. unidentified suspects broke into a six-star pharmaceuticals blood bank at 277 Garden Street. The suspects injured 3 security personnel and stole blood from their depository worth around. Is that right?
そうね。
Indeed, it was that fast. The 3 security personnel have been sent to a hospital for observation and they're in stable condition, but they claimed they could not remember anything at that time, as if they had short-term memory loss. Investigators believe this could be the work of the local cult order of fresh blood. The police would like to remind everyone to be careful when out at night and avoid cults. This today's breaking news. Next, we have a speech by President Hobbs on our military operations overseas. A fresh wave of airstrikes. A man with blonde hair appears from somewhere inside the box, but I shift my attention away since the report on us has ended. You can even make people lose their memories when you suck their blood.
そうしたくてしてるわけじゃないけどね。
Yes, it wasn't on purpose though. It's so convenient. Oh, I see. You didn't suck my blood because you were afraid I would forget about you, is that right?
ああ、バカなこと言わないで。あんた程度のしもべなんていくらでも代わりがいるわ。
What? Don't be stupid, I can have as many trolls like you. We're mocking her. Yella turns away in a huff. I didn't know you fear being lonely. That's so
次
cute.
行ったら、このテーブルにあるもの全部あんたにぶちまけてやるわ。
Go on, say that again. You may find everything on this table hurtling at you too. Don't waste all this good food. I'd hate to see them ruin it. I'll shut up. Shut up.
止まりなさい。
Shut up. That's what you get for teasing your vampire mistress. She glares at me. Looks like the police in this area are right in those metallic vehicles. They will arrive very quickly if anything happens. We need to be extra careful from now on and stay out of trouble.
よく言うわ。私はあんたと違ってバカじゃないの。
You have to tell me that I'm not as stupid as you. I'm just worried that you may lose control of yourself. After I have finished everything on the table, the waitress serves several glasses of water, quenching my thirst. I have never felt so satisfied before in my entire life. He suddenly asks a question.
クさんってどんな人なの？
You said Mr. Cook gave you that name. What's he like? Why are you asking this question all of a
気
sudden?
になっただけよ。悪い？
Just curious, anything wrong with that? He was an easygoing and strict man. His culinary skills were impressive, yet he would often quarrel with his
なん
customers.
か性格悪そうじゃない。どうして父親になってくれたの？
Sounds like he had a bad temper. Why did he become your father? Actually, he was very nice. Although I lived in this former small town when I was a child, I wasn't born here. I was born in the old continent, but I never saw my natural parents. I stayed in an orphanage from the time I could learn about things. Mr. Cook adopted me after that, so he became my father and brought me to this new continent.
旧大陸で生まれて新大陸で育ったってわけね。
Really? You were born in the old continent, but you grew up in the new continent? Yes, that's because the old continent would often have wars for many years. Mr. Cook's wife and daughter had already died. My natural parents probably met a similar fate as well. Later, they said the new continent on the other side of the ocean had a sanctuary of light filled with hope. So Mr. Cook brought me here.
そうね。当時人間たちは旧大陸を混乱に陥れ、そしてついに新天地を見つけた。当然、誰しもが希望を抱いていたでしょうね。
Yes, the humans at that time made a mess in the old continent and found new lands after a lot of difficulty. Of course, they would say it was full of hope. Mr. Cook heard that a person would go to the Sanctuary of Light after they died, so he thought his wife and daughter would be at the new continent. Hence, he decided to cross the ocean and settle in a place closest to them.
それでやってきたはいいけど、ここも光の浄土ではなかったということね。希
So,
望に満ちた聖域だなんて、人を
sorry.
騙すための看板に過ぎないわ。そして新大陸までひどい状態に。
So both of you came here and found out this place wasn't a land filled with rays of hope. The ones who gathered in this sanctuary of light were only tricked by hucksters, and they made this new continent equally terrible. Who would have foreseen that? At first we thought of leading a peaceful, settled life. Yet the good times didn't last long. Another war broke out not long afterwards. I shrugged and smiled bitterly. What about you? My story is very short, but I remember you come from a far more distant past, yes? Your story should be very long.
私は人の世に生きるヴァンパイア。長く生きられるけど、堂々と過ごせるのはほんの数日だわ。残りは闇に隠れて生きるだけ。
I'm just a vampire eking out on an existence among people. I can live for a long time, yet I can't come out openly for more than a few days. I have to hide in the darkness for the rest of my life. At least you could dig and enter a vault to store your treasures. God knows how many lifetimes I will need to accumulate that amount of wealth.
もういいでしょう。過ぎたことよ。一日中走り回ってあんたも疲れたでしょ。休みましょう。
Never mind, it's all in the past now. We've been running for an entire day. And you must be tired. Get some rest. I think she's not willing to talk about that, but it seemed to be quite serious to her. You should take a nap too. I stretched myself upon hearing her reminder. Indeed, fatigue will take over after a full
寝
meal.
なさい。
Just sleep. Ella looks out the window, lost in thought again. Good night. My head is getting heavy, so I rest it on the table, using my hands as a pillow. Then I slowly drift off to sleep. The next morning, we were woken up by all that noise from the restaurant staff handling the furniture and eating utensils thoroughly. Upon looking around, I noticed that waitress from last night is gone. A burly man is in her place instead. They allowed us to sleep upon the table like that. Did he stare at us just now? Ella covers her mouth and
カジ
yawns.
ノでチップを買わなかったら、同じような目で見られるでしょ。
You'd also get this kind of look from others if you hang around a gambling den without placing a bet on anything. It can be helped. Let's go.
そうしましょう。
Agreed. Oh, I can feel anything on my arm. My arm suddenly feels numb when I stand up.
バカね。椅子に横になって寝ればよかったのに。
Idiot, you could have slept directly on the comfy seat instead, you know? How come I didn't think of
ボ
it?
ケっとしてないで。出るわよ。
Stop staying around, let's head out. Okay. Since Yella is urging me to leave, I shake my arm a few times before stepping out of the restaurant to greet a new day. My whole body is aching.
そうね。こんな生活は続けられないわ。
Right, we can go on like this. Yes, I will fall apart at this rate. I nodded in agreement and pointed at my aching limbs and back. The pain could kill me if we have to spend every night like this. I will smell so bad even the dogs may despise us. Yella didn't argue with me. She seems to have recognized the fact that she has a strong body odor on herself as
少し
well.
前まで広くてふかふかのベッドで寝てたのに。
I slept on a soft bed not too long ago. Don't vampires sleep in
時
coffins?
代遅れの年寄りヴァンパイアは格式を重んじてそんなことをするみたいだけど、私は違うわ。
Old-fashioned vampires might do that to look dignified, but I'm different. Really? We chat along the way until Yella stops in her tracks when we pass a 5-story apartment.
賃貸アパート。寝室、リビング、浴室、家具、家電付き。バッグ一つで入居可能。月々1500元。
To me, actually, she seemed to be willing to mimic the old-fashioned vampires so far, to be quite honest. Given like her attire and also the fact that she is always trying to act tough, to pretend to be the clever one, the composed one, even though she's like a clumsy girl overall. Even though she's smart, of course, but still not as serious as she wants to be seen. And how she mentioned she spent most of her time reading books and that she's smart due to that and whatnot. It kinda caught me off guard that she mentioned she did not want to sleep inside the coffins like the old-fashioned vampires. Units for rent: 1 bedroom, 1 living room, and 1 bathroom. Furnishings provided: $1,500 per month. She's attracted by an advertisement signboard in front of an apartment. What?
1500元ってことは1日で計算すると50元よ。宿に泊まりよりずっと安いわ。
$1,500 will come to only $50 per day. It's much cheaper than staying in a hotel. We don't have that amount of money. Yes, you're right.
それはそうだけど。
I count our money only to see that we have $70 left. What should we do then?
お金。
What should we do?
お
Money,
金よね。
money. Yella frowns, shuts her eyes, and begins to mumble. We can't possibly rob others all the time. Yella suddenly opens her eyes as if she's hit upon a bright idea before I can finish. Doesn't seem to be good.
奪う？それだわ。お金を奪えばいいのよね。それなら得意よ。ついてないやつはドイツかしら。
Rob? Exactly. Why can't we just snatch it from others? That is my forte. Let's go and see who is that unfortunate soul for today. Goodness. Wait, look around you. Those police cars with wailing noises have been passing us every few minutes. Do you think they would allow you to rob anyone as you please?
バカね。警察の前で動くわけないじゃない。一人でいるやつを狙うのよ。
Aren't they following us too? You're really stupid. I won't rob anyone in front of the police. We should look for people who are alone. No, aren't you a vampire with your
じゃあ
principles?
一人でいる悪いやつを探しましょう。
Let's look for lone criminals then. They're the same. Criminals?
それに警察が一人二人来たところで私の敵じゃないわ。まとめて片付ければいいのよ。
Besides, a few policemen are no match for me. I can deal with all of them. It feels as if we've strayed off topic. No, that's not important. The main thing is we can only gain so much if you go around robbing others at will. And we risk drawing too much attention on ourselves. You said you could deal with a few policemen, but they might take notice if you keep committing crimes. When that happens, we will have more than just a few problems in our hands.
だからのさっきは遠慮して言っただけ。警察もただの人間だもの。100人来たって同じよ。あんたも昨日見たでしょ。
So what? That number was just a conservative estimate. The police are only humans. I will do the same thing to them, even if they bring in 100. You saw what happened last night. That's because our opponents weren't prepared. Based on the serious weapons they have now, 10 of them will be quite tough for you, let alone 100.
臆病者が私に指図しないで。役に立つことを言わないなら黙ってなさい。
Stop telling me what to do, you coward. Say something useful or shut up. I'm not a coward, but I'm not really in a hurry today either. Yela waves her hand condescendingly and motions for me to be quiet. Here's what I think. If we really want to rob someone, the first thing we should do is to avoid any confrontation with the police.
当たり前でしょ。役に立つことを言いなさいってば。
Who doesn't know that? Say something useful. And we should rob a rich one, not any random passerby. Think about it. People normally carry limited amounts of money with them, and that guard only had a few $10 notes the other time. Yela simply nods without raising any objections, so lick my lips and continue with my explanation. However, people need to buy things at shops and make their payments there, so this place should have far more money stored inside than any person you see on the street.
いいわ。さすがは私のしもべね。肝が据わってるわ。小心者のあんたが心配で大きな目標にはしなかったんだけど、あんたがそう言うなら儲かっててついてないお店を探しましょう。
That works, bravo, you have guts, my servant. I'd only thought of looking after your weak spirit at first, so I didn't look at such a big target. Since you've put it this way, let's find a rich and unlucky shop. No, don't forget the police, we need to avoid them.
店を襲うなんて派手なことしてどうやって警察を避けるのよ。
How are we going to avoid the police with such a blatant act of robbing a store? Of course we can do it in the city since the police are on patrol everywhere, but we passed a rundown suburb on our way here from your estate. I remember we didn't see anyone in uniform, let alone a police car there. Suburb? Right, we're now certain that our target is a store in the suburbs when we deduce along these lines. Not only would we avoid the police, but we can also gain a lot of money in one robbery.
あんた。
They're becoming more and more worrisome true criminals. You... It all started with the blood thingy. Goodness. Yela is staring at me quietly. What?
一晩でこんなに賢くなるなんて。あんた、本当にあの間抜けなしもべ？
You've become so smart after one night? Are you really that idiotic servant of mine? What do you mean? I've always been like this. I never changed at all.
ちょっと褒めたらすぐいい気になって。悪くない案だけど、口より行動の方が大事よ。
I only praised it you a bit, and your head is already in the clouds. Your idea sounds good, but actions speak louder than words. Alright, let's go then. And we did complete chapter 3. Cinnamon buns, I'm going to end the stream here. But please do stay just yet, as we are going to raid someone to pass on the comfy evening. Okay, let me save. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this section of the adventure that we went through today. It was quite an eventful one, even though we did manage to see more sieges yesterday, I believe. We're going to continue this adventure also tomorrow evening, I do believe. I'm not planning to stream during the day this time, so I'm going to stream once only tomorrow, because today I feel like I did overwork myself quite a bit. Give me a second, I'm gonna change the screen. So, as I mentioned, I feel like I did overwork myself a bit with these 2 streams per day these days. But 1 stream per day will work pretty fine, and maybe occasionally I will be able to stream twice as well during this Spooktober. I want to play as many games as possible. I want to complete many spook related games, be it cute themed games as this one, or like horror ones that induce you a bit of anxiety, or else like the jump scare RPG Maker games that I do have already in the library. I wanted to play them for long, so we're gonna to go through those as well. And that's it for this evening. I hope you enjoyed my stream. Thank you kindly for stopping by. It is always a pleasure for me to have you around Cinnamons, and always super important and heartwarming to have you here, your presence, your support, and everything you're doing. So far, okay, this is the right message. Please copy paste it so the streamer will have a Gyepi and give me a tiny moment so I can see who is streaming currently, so that we know whom to raid. Give me just a moment, pretty please. Let's see who is streaming right now. Let's see. Okay. We're gonna pass off the good vibes to ⴄᴏᴍᴍᴜ. That is a PNG tuber artist that is currently streaming grinding Halong Chip's art. I actually did place a single commission for Baba, my fellow dear friend VTuber cat. I think they already finished trying that. Okay, so we're gonna rate ⴄᴏᴍᴜ. Their art is truly top notch. They're currently streaming this YCH Euro character here, Chibis. They're extra cute, but overall her art is like super clean and of such high quality. I really adore her artwork, so please check her out. And let's begin to rate. Cinnamon Buns, as mentioned, we're going to see each other tomorrow evening around 7 PM Central European Time, alright? And I'm going to continue this visual novel to see where the adventure does go. See you tomorrow, thank you for stopping by. Bye bye!